So with the oversaturation of VPNs in today's market, it can get very confusing as to which VPN is actually worth your money. Too many VPNs end up collecting and selling your data, especially the free ones, which really defies the very purpose of using a VPN in the first place. So in today's review, I've chosen the top 4 VPNs after having tested over a couple of dozen VPNs, narrowing it down to just 4. So I'll be looking into things like the privacy policy, speed, streaming, torrenting capabilities, and of course, security and features, so that you can figure out which one of these VPNs could be the best choice for you and your situation. Alright, so starting with the privacy policy, which is arguably the most important aspect of a VPN. Now, most VPNs do claim a no-logs policy, but actually, that's almost never the case. So you should never trust the provider's word for it unless they have the evidence to back their claims up. And in this case, all 4 VPNs have evidence of upholding their no-logs policies in the form of independent audit reports. So when using any of these VPNs, your internet service provider won't be able to request any data from the VPN since they don't keep any logs in the first place, as proven in the audit reports. And of course, they're all based in the 5, 9, and 14 eyes jurisdiction, except for Surfshark. Surfshark is based in the Netherlands, but that hasn't changed anything in the privacy policy of Surfshark. All 4 VPNs also offer DNS and IP leak protection, and they all run their servers on RAM disks rather than hard disks, which means that there are simply no physical drives for information to be stored in, and any minimal information stored by the RAM is erased with every machine reboot as they maintain the servers. So which one is more secure? I would say it's a pretty close call between Express and Nord, but I do have to hand it to ExpressVPN because their no-logs policy could not have been demonstrated any better than in the real-life situation when in 2017, the Turkish government seized an ExpressVPN server as part of an investigation, but were still unable to extract any information out of the servers thanks to Express not having stored any information on their servers in the first place. And then I would say Surfshark and then CyberGhost come after Express and Nord in the privacy ranking, but to conclude, all of these VPNs offer a solid no-logs policy, certainly good enough to protect you while surfing the web and downloading files. Now, in terms of performance, it's natural for speeds to drop when using a VPN due to the time it takes to encrypt your traffic before it reaches the internet again. But despite that, a good VPN will keep those speed drops to a minimum, and all these VPNs performed very well in my tests. But to sum it up, Nord is certainly the fastest, though Express came pretty close to it, but regarding consistency, Express does manage to maintain high speeds even with international servers, though more often than not, I did notice that Nord was able to reach better speeds, but overall, the speed drops of most servers were very solid, ranging between 10 and 35%, whereas NordVPN's Nord Links protocol managed to surpass both Express and Surfshark and CyberGhost, making NordVPN arguably the fastest VPN that you can get. Nord keeps drops between 10 and 30%, and sometimes even below 10%, which is outstanding. And following Nord and Express will be Surfshark and CyberGhost, and while they may be behind Express and Nord, they're not that far behind, with speed drops ranging between 12 and 35% depending on the servers you're connected to and how far you are from these servers. Overall, these VPNs are super quick, but the winner in this category is without a doubt NordVPN, closely followed by ExpressVPN, and then Surfshark and CyberGhost. Now, moving on to the streaming and torrenting capabilities, all 4 VPNs allow for torrenting without any throttling or bandwidth limitations, so you can download as many files as you'd like without anyone ever knowing where you're downloading, and this includes your internet service provider. And when it comes to accessing streaming services, you can do that without any trouble. Here again, all 4 of these VPNs are great at this, though it's worth noting that when it comes to streaming, ExpressVPN is generally able to access a little more Netflix libraries thanks to the constant updates that their servers go through, and they just have more locations in general. But to be clear, all 4 VPNs are able to access most popular streaming libraries such as the North American, European, and Japanese Netflix libraries, which I know most of you guys are looking for anyways. And of course, that extends to Hulu, Disney+, Amazon Prime Video, and a whole bunch of other streaming services. So I would say in this case, these VPNs are somewhat equal. I would say ExpressVPN has a slight edge over the other 3. Also, keep in mind that if your ISP isn't blessing you with the highest of connection speeds, you really can't afford to lose out on streaming power, then I'd recommend you just stick with the highest performers here, which are Express and Nord. But if your speed is already fast enough for comfortable 4K streaming, then Surfshark and CyberGhost will do the job just fine. Alright, now when it comes to server count and security features, ExpressVPN has over 3,000 servers in 105 countries, and Nord has a massive collection of over 5,800 servers in 60 countries, and Surfshark with over 3,200 servers in 100 countries, and CyberGhost with around 9,000 servers in 100 countries. So So all 4 VPNs essentially have plenty of options with regards to server and country count. Now, when it comes to the security features, this is where NordVPN and Surfshark actually shine. But before we get into that, let's get into what all 4 VPNs have in common, starting with the standard AES 256-bit encryption and the kill switch, which will cut your internet connection in case the VPN disconnects unexpectedly, which prevents any potential data leaks. And finally, split tunneling, which lets users select which applications can go through the VPN tunnel and which are exempt from it. Though do note that Mac and iOS users won't get split tunneling with any of these VPNs. And CyberGhost doesn't exactly have split tunneling. It's kind of like half a split tunneling feature, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. Now, that's all they have in common. And it's pretty much everything that Express has to offer in terms of features. But that's just because Express wants to deliberately make their service as easy and as intuitive as possible to make sure anyone, no matter what their tech knowledge is, can use their application. Though they did add one more neat feature very recently for Windows called Threat Manager, and it can also be used as a form of parental control because you can now use ExpressVPN to block adult content. So it's very nice that Express is adding more features. But with that being said, let's get into what Nord and Surfshark have in common, starting with the ad blocker, specialty servers such as static or dedicated IP servers, as well as multi-hop or double VPN servers, which will encrypt your traffic twice for double the encryption. Though it's worth noting that NordVPN's ad blocker, which is called threat protection in this case, is an advanced ad blocker that blocks trackers and malware-ridden websites and also protects you from malicious files before they download to your device, which makes it a little bit of a mini antivirus, I would say. You also get MeshNet, which was recently made free, and this will basically give you encrypted remote access safely over the network of NordVPN, and you'll also be able to share files safely over the MeshNet network. Other exclusive features offered by NordVPN will include Onion over VPN, which allows you to use both the Onion anonymizer and NordVPN's encryption together. You also get peer-to-peer specialty servers. Although regular servers still allow for peer-to-peer activity, these are just specialized servers designed for file sharing if you'd like to use them. Nord also gives you an app kill switch, which will disconnect selected applications when the VPN disconnects unexpectedly rather than cutting your entire connection as it is with the conventional kill switch. And finally, Nord will give users a hassle-free way to change your DNS with custom DNS. So that's a pretty neat feature. Now with Surfshark, the only distinct feature which sets it apart from NordVPN is rotating IP, which will automatically change your IP address every 5 to 10 minutes, helping you cover up your tracks, especially if you're in a censorship-heavy country. You also get no borders mode, which will help you bypass network firewalls in censorship-heavy countries. And in NordVPN, you have an equivalent of that called obfuscated servers. Now, CyberGhost also boasts some pretty convenient features such as exceptions and app rules. Exceptions will let you choose the websites you don't want to go through the VPN tunnel. So let's say you want to change your region to access a specific Netflix library, but you don't want your banking website to think that you're in a different region. So, because if you connect from a different IP address, you might have to log in again to your bank account, for example, or possibly get logged out of your bank account because sometimes a bank will block foreign IP addresses from accessing the same account to avoid fraud. So this feature can come in pretty handy. Again, similar to split tunneling, it's just half a split tunneling feature, while the other feature, app rules, will make CyberGhost automatically launch and connect to a selected server when you open an application of your choice. So in this case, you can set it up so that when you launch your torrenting client, CyberGhost will automatically connect to a server of your choice so that you'll be protected while downloading without having to manually connect to the VPN. Another really cool feature that I definitely have to mention is how I can simply look up the streaming service that I want to access. And CyberGhost will just show me all the servers dedicated to accessing that specific streaming service. So that's very nice of CyberGhost. So if I want to access Hulu or Amazon, I can simply look up these services and CyberGhost will just show the appropriate servers to do the job. And of course, you have the other server lists that are optimized for torrenting, anonymity, and low ping for gaming. So all in all, when it comes to security features, Nord and Surfshark are at the top, with Nord gaining a bit of an advantage over Surfshark. While Express and CyberGhost don't have as many features compared to Nord and Surf, they still offer the necessary features to keep your devices safe and secure. And with regards to compatibility, all 4 VPNs support the big 4, so iOS, Android, Mac, and Windows. Besides that, they also support Linux, compatible routers, PlayStation, Xbox, Fire TV, Apple TV, as well as Google Chrome and Firefox extensions, and most modern devices really. Overall, all 4 support a reasonably wide range of devices. As far as simultaneous connections, Express will allow for 8, Nord will allow for up to 6, CyberGhost up to 7, and Surfshark will simply let users secure an unlimited number of devices with just a single subscription, which makes it a very nice choice for those of you who don't want to buy compatible routers or additional subscriptions in order to be using more than 6 or 7 or 8 devices simultaneously with a VPN in the house. Now, in terms of the user interface, you'll find that each VPN has its own theme and layout, all of which are super easy to use and understand. Express goes with the overly simplistic design, which a lot of people like, myself included. NordVPN goes with the intuitive map design, which I also very much appreciate. And Surfshark and CyberGhost go with a modern interface that's also very user-friendly and easy to navigate. So while each of these VPNs is easy to use and would work well even for newbies, it's really a matter of preference, which one might suit you best in terms of the interface. Now, when it comes to pricing, typically you will get the best deal possible the longer the subscription plan you choose. Also, each VPN tends to offer promotions, discounts, or coupons, so I've provided links in the description down below if you're interested in any of them. But overall, Express tends to be the more expensive one. The lowest price you can get for Express is a little over $6.50 for the 12-month plan. NordVPN is in the middle, price-wise, coming in at about $4 a month for the 2-year plan. And Surfshark is a little under $2.50 per month for the 2-year plan. And finally, CyberGhost being the cheapest option if you opt for the 2-year plan at a little over $2 a month. So if you're looking for the lowest cost option for a great VPN, Surfshark and CyberGhost would definitely be the way to go. And again, remember to check the links below for an extra discount on each of these. And keep in mind that they do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee in case you're not satisfied for whatever reason. Though with CyberGhost, you do get a 45-day money-back guarantee. And so at this point, you might be wondering, out of the 4, which is the best? Well, this will depend on a few factors. If you're looking for the best budget VPN that gets the job done at the cheapest possible cost without giving up any of the premium features that are usually only available on more expensive VPNs, plus the ability to secure virtually an unlimited number of devices with just a single subscription, then Surfshark is a fantastic option. But if you're looking for an even cheaper alternative, maybe time-saving convenience features that get you going without even having to interact with a VPN itself, very reliable access to various streaming services, and solid encryption that lets you download or torrent safely, and of course the biggest number of servers out of all 4, then CyberGhost could be just the right VPN for you. Now, if you're looking for a super well-rounded, high-value VPN that does nearly everything right without any compromise, NordVPN is a no-brainer, especially that it's quite reasonably priced. And finally, if you're looking for the best of the best in terms of reliability, consistency, ease of use, and arguably the best and most proven privacy policy in the industry, especially if utmost anonymity is of your concern, or if you're in a restrictive country, then ExpressVPN is the absolute winner here. Now, for me personally, I prioritize the simplicity and ease of use and reliability over the additional features that you get with Nord, Surfshark, or CyberGhost, so that's why I tend to lean towards ExpressVPN, personally speaking. But it all depends on your needs and situation. At the end of the day, I'm just here to tell you guys about what I think are the best 4 VPNs out there, and you can do what you will with this information. But these are the top 4 VPNs, and these are the ones that I usually feel comfortable, recommending to friends and family that are looking for great VPNs that would, generally just be satisfactory. So when people ask me which one to get, it's typically one of these 4. Let me know which one you pick in the comments down below and why. I'd love to know why you guys use VPNs in the first place, besides the obvious reasons. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope I was able to help you make a good decision, or final decision rather. And if you found this information helpful, leave a thumbs up, as it always makes my day. And remember to subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date with everything VPNs and cybersecurity. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.